Now let's take a look at how we can understand DNS using AWS's Route53 and the dig command. So I'm here in my AWS Management Console and I'm looking at Route53. I have a few records here. Let's take a look at this first one. We have a record, an NS record, and it has the domain name richdog.com, and it routes the traffic to any one of these 4 AWS authoritative DNS servers. So this record here will be stored in the top level domain server for .com. And what it does is that it tells any traffic requesting for this domain to be routed to any one of these authoritative DNS servers that's hosted by AWS. Then we have another record here that has the hostname test.richdog.com. It is a type A record, and that means it stores a mapping to an IPv4 address, and it does map to this IPv4 address, which is actually the address for one of my EC2 instances, which is like a AWS server that I launched in AP Southeast 1, which is Singapore. So since I have this mapping, I can go to a new tab and I can run this, and you can see that it maps to my instance in AP Southeast 1A, which is Singapore. Now let's take a closer look at this record here. You can see that it's a type A record, and I have set the time to live to 60 seconds. And that means that this record will be cached for 60 seconds inside your DNS resolver or your local DNS server. So we can check this by using the dig command, and I can just type dig and go to the hostname. And what dig will return me is, in the answer section, the hostname and the time to live here. So if I refresh again, you can see that the time to live in the cache has gone down, and it's gone down to 15 seconds. If I can do it again, it's gone down to 8 seconds. So what I can do now actually is that I can come here and I can edit this record. I can change this value to this value here. So I have another server running in US East 1. So this server is running in the United States. I can put in this value. And now I have updated my A record in my AWS authoritative DNS servers. So now if I run this again, it will bring me to US East 1C. But now let's come back here and just quickly change this again one more time back to my Singapore value. I have to be quite quick here because I have to do this before the TTL. And now that I've reset this, I can go back and call the dig command, and you can see that the IP that I receive is still mapping to the US one because this record is being cached for up to 60 seconds. So now if I come here and if I refresh this page, I'll still be routed to US East 1C because I'm not getting the latest record yet because of the time to live value. So if I use the dig command again, you can see that I have 16 seconds left and I am still being routed to US value. I have to wait for a while before it goes back to, before the time to live expires and goes down to 0. So I have 1 second and now 60 seconds. I have a new A record, and now the IP address has been changed back to AP Southeast 1, which is my Singapore server. So rightfully, if I come here and I refresh this page, I am now being linked to AP Southeast 1 after the time to live has expired on my DNS resolver. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and the presentation.